That's it, honestly. Okay. Ooh. I am so bald-headed for this. I used to go to all of the Asian nail shops and I would hate, like with a passion, hate when I would go and I would have a broken nail and they just stick a nail tip deep into your nail bed and just boop. Now look at me. Because it just be taking so long to soak off nails. And I know it's better for the nail, but is it really? When your skin is a living, I was about to say ecosystem. I don't think that's the term, Summer. But your skin is a way into your body, right? So by soaking your fingers in acetone, is it really that much better? I think it probably still is, low-key. Hey, Charlene girl. How you doing? So I told myself I want to start getting on live at least once a week because I'm really trying to get used to being behind the camera again. And I don't have or hear a lot of people talk about what it's like going through a season, a chapter, or a traumatic experience in your life and trying to return to social media as scheduled afterward. And it has definitely been a transition for me. So, hi, hey girl. Assuming. Thank you. Appreciate you. One thing I wanted to talk about, and I feel like I don't have many close friends. So when I say this, hopefully I can get kind of some feedback or confirmation that what I am speaking on is valid, for one, and that other people have experienced this. So I met a guy last night. I was in Charlotte, North Carolina. My son had an away game, so we were out of town. And I was stopping at my favorite bakery whenever I'm out in Charlotte. It's called Oh My Soul. It's a vegan restaurant. Like half of it is like full restaurant. They have a really cute patio space in the back, and then the other half is the bakery. So whenever I go out there, I go get my little vegan treats. I like allot it in my my macros and all of that. But anyway, so I stopped. I got let out of the car, and to my immediate right, there was a man who had like a t-shirt stand during this time and on Saturdays in this specific part of town. Everybody comes and brings their vintage clothes out. Everybody's selling things. It's a whole vibe on Saturday nights when the weather is good. So I get out and immediately I see a shirt hanging. He has like many different shirts hanging. And one of them said something along the lines, I'm going to butcher it a little bit, but it was along the lines of like, roses are red, people are fake. Okay, this is actually verbatim. People are fake. I mind my own business so I don't end up on the first 48. And I like just chuckled mentally, and I took a picture of it to send to my friend, and there was nobody at the stand during this time, right? So I took the picture, and then he just came out of nowhere, popped up, and I'm like, oh, I was trying to miss the person. I wasn't trying to get sold on anything. I didn't want to buy a shirt. I'm not a person to wear a funny phrase on a shirt. I'm not. And he had a couple other ones up there as well, but I just didn't feel like they resonated with me, and I don't really wear t-shirts, honestly. So I immediately told him, like, I'm not buying no shirt. Like, I was polite about it, but I was like, no, I can't. And he just immediately, y'all, he immediately started reading me. And he's like, what you mean you can't? If you say you can't, you can't. And he just started going in. And y'all, when I tell you, Like, I dropped my guard and we started talking for like 30 minutes. Um, Sorry, I just got a text and it threw me off. But we were talking for that amount of time at least. And I walked away with so many things from that conversation. I believe he said he was either 40 or 44. 444. Um, but one of the biggest things that has stuck with me since that conversation is he said that he could tell I was very masculine in energy. And that he just started asking me, like, have you been through these type of things? And he was spot on with so many of the things he mentioned. And I, my face, like, you can read my emotion on my face. I can't hide my emotions. So he knew he was right. And he told me that he wanted to give me a shirt. So he did. He gave me that shirt, and I won't wear it, but somebody will. I'll find someone to give it to. Or maybe I'll just keep it, because that was an amazing conversation. But okay, let me move forward. He told me masculine women attract feminine men. And this is something when I am in my right frame of mind, when I'm in my present, when I'm being mindful, I understand that concept and I know it to be true. However, I had a moment this morning with myself where I was just like, oh my God. I have been masculine my entire life, hoping that, being, and while desirably being a feminine woman, no, we're not speaking on like visuals, right? Take it deeper when I'm speaking on duality, feminine energy, masculine energy. I have always very much been, I need to produce, I need to put on, as in like have a hard exterior, right? And that's not feminine at all. Mind you, I have always craved a feminine man. I mean, craved. I have always desired to attract a masculine man. But because I have always been so masculine myself in energy, it has not been possible in every single relationship I've ever been in that I have desired to be with a masculine person that may even present outwardly to be masculine, ends up being very feminine, and I end up being the most masculine woman, like, y'all. And I've tried to fall back and allow myself to be not only provided for in that sense of femininity, but okay, to give you some context and examples, I would never allow a man to just compliment me without like, hey, Nadia girl. I would never allow myself to just be complimented. I always had to like rebuttal, or like, your hair is beautiful. Oh my God, it looks a mess. I need to do my hair. But like, it was always a comeback like that, right? Hard to take a compliment. It was hard for me to allow men to do things for me. Like, oh my God, no, you don't have to pay for that. It's okay. I'll grab the door. It's fine. And I'm like, what? Please. It's not beer. We don't drink over here, bitch. Not the trolls are starting already. It's early. Anyway, so masculinity, while feminine, will keep a masculine man far from you. It's almost like bug repellent. Like, I have to have been like putting masculine man like repellent on for the past, I don't know how many years, because it is so weird to me too, because maybe somebody let me know if this could be what's happening. Maybe I'm taking this energy in, and maybe it's truth and that's why I'm feeling this way. But okay, so who is this by? Hold on, y'all. I need a moderator for one. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I may need a moderator along the way because I don't know what the YouTube trolls, where they come from or what they're doing or how they have time to do it. But I digress. Um, while attracting, like when I first start talking to someone, right? Previously, I try to present very open and kind and as I believe myself to be. Um, and then soon, like especially if the relationship progresses and we become like a couple, then everything kind of breaks down and I start realizing how feminine the person is that I'm with. And you know, we have to have duality, right? As humans in general. Um oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There we go. Um sorry guys, I've been a little distracted. But I noticed that I quickly pick up my guard. Um and I start becoming that masculine woman again. And I don't want to be that way. I don't. My husband is a very masculine man, speaking this into existence, right? Oh, who are you? Who are you? My name is somewhere on the screen, right? Um, but yeah, that was just like short. I've had this on my mind all day since I met this man, and he really spoke life into me that was needed. I appreciate whenever I meet someone and they are like a vessel of something that God's either trying to tell me or something that I know, but because of whatever I'm going through, I just won't allow myself to take in. So, oh, thank you. Thank you. I thought you was being smart. I thought okay, so what I've noticed on YouTube is that when you are on live after, and we haven't hit that point yet, that's why I was surprised. But once you hit like 20 minutes, all of a sudden, like mad trolls just start flying in. Like if the views are at 20, it'll go to like 40 in like 2 seconds. Um, messages help for review. I'm using, oh, okay. Oh, I like that feature. Sorry, guys. So I don't know that you saw the comment, but it's starting to allow me to see the comments before they post. So I like that feature, but I would still rather have a moderator. I just don't get on YouTube often enough to have a consistent moderator. But I'm going to start getting on with more like tailored lives to answer weight loss questions. And I'm not only going to make weight loss content moving forward. Guys, I've seen what being on a weight loss journey and not dealing with your shit will do. I was able to lose 200 pounds naturally. If you've been on my channel, if you're a day one on Day1million, you know that. But you can lose any amount of weight. You can change your entire life. But if you do not heal the things that put you in that space in the beginning, then the weight's going to come right back. And I say that, and I wasn't planning on opening up on this live to this extent, but I'm going to do it. So when I started my weight loss journey in 2021, I'm tripping. I started my weight loss journey in 2015. I don't even know why I said that. 2015, it took me a little under 2 years to lose 200 pounds. I was very dedicated. If you want to hear about exactly how I did that, I can do that in another live or later on. But during that time, I was in the transition from moving from my hometown to a completely new city 4 hours away from where I was. And I was so overjoyed that I was getting out of my hometown. At that time, all I wanted was nothing more than to be healthy, lose weight, feel better, and get out of my hometown. So I lost the weight, reiterating. And after I lost the weight, oh no, not 10%. I'm gonna have to put you guys on the charger. Hold on. Let me plug it in here. There we go. Just plug it in right there. Hopefully it works and it stays in place. All right. Might put you a little close very quickly. 1 second. All right. Is that better? Perfect. All right. Push the table a bit. If we fix the light, that works. How about that? All right. So, lost the weight. After I lost the weight, I was in a good space. And when I say that, I mean, I felt autonomy over my life. I felt like I was living for me and not for other people. I was in a relationship at the time with my son's father, and we were no longer seeing eye to eye. We both lost literally 200 pounds around the same time. And we didn't do it together per se. Like, we didn't go to the gym and work out together. We would go to the gym together because it was convenient to go at the same time, to take the same car, whatever. And then we kept like healthier food in the house. So I guess I won't take that away. In some contexts, we did it together. But in the way that people see like a power couple or couples that accomplish things together, we had nothing to do with each other during the time. For real, except a couple things. But I'm all over the place. Let me digress. I was in a good space mentally. Obviously, I was feeling myself. I was the smallest I had ever been and never could have imagined. I literally looked like a completely different person to the world and myself. I was going out. At that time, I was like 23, 24. So I was like in my prime in my mind. And I'm like, oh, I need to get out. People need to see me. And as our relationship stopped or started dwindling over time, like, we did not know who we were when we got with each other. So to each other, we both became different people or true versions of ourselves. So during that time, like I said, I was going out. I was all over the place. I was doing any and everything, and I was not saying no to what my spirit wanted to do. And that's what I wanted to get at, because I felt the push and the pull of, you know, him kind of wanting to hold me down at moments, like keep me from the world, where, you know, it's always disguised as I want to protect you, but it's never typically that, you know. And I thought I saw somebody at my back door. My bad, y'all. A little distracted today. But there was one point where I was like, okay, I know this is going to end soon. And once it did, I crumbled. I thought I was going to be good. You know, it was so hard. Every relationship that I have ever been in, I have been made to feel like I'm the one who causes all the issues, so on and so forth. And then after, I'm like, you know what? If I'm the problem, let me just walk away. Maybe that will help things. Once I decide to walk away, oh, roses to my doorstep. Text messages to my phone. A random boombox playing outside my window at 3 a.m. Literally, that happened. But point being, I have always gotten in relationships thinking that I would feel better, thinking I would be more loved, thinking whatever the fuck I was thinking. And when I lost the weight, I started to see like, I don't have to be with someone that I don't want to be in. I don't have to, not favorite kind of soup. Maybe I'll put one of those stickers up in a little bit. And that gave me some sense of freedom, right? I feel good about myself. I'm taking care of myself. I literally feel good because I've got so many of the toxins out of my body and everything that is physically weighing it down. So I got to that point, but at the same time, I was still very insecure because I did not believe that I could create a life for myself on my own. And that is one of the points that I wanted to get at. Fear of instability, fear of abandonment at some regard, just fear. And a big part of that being like scarcity and poverty mindset. I've had to really work through a lot of those things. But I bring that up because during that time, when we broke up and I'm like, I have to figure out how I'm going to do things and make things happen for myself and my son, I started getting depressed in a different way, like as anyone could imagine. This is new territory, but I ended up getting into another relationship. That person was amazing, loved me in all the ways that I felt like I didn't even deserve it. I say this kind of quickly because I forgot I have a phone call. But listen, guys, when I got into that new relationship, I felt so loved. I felt like all of the things that I had to go through with my son's father, I'm experiencing the good karma from. Can you guys still hear me? I peeped the screen glitched when I got a phone call. And I noticed sometimes it messes up the sound after that happens. So somebody give me a thumb so I can keep talking while I get these last few nails off. Okay, bam. Oh, y'all listening. Okay. Let me get my energy up then. So when I got back into the relationship, everything was cool as it always is, in the honeymoon phase. But, and this is going to be a big, huge part of what I talk about in my content moving forward. I just have to figure out how to do it correctly. I'm getting chills. I know that's God. Keep going. Speak it through me. I got in that relationship and I got out of the relationship with myself. Every time I get into a relationship in the past or have gotten into a relationship, I check out of the one with myself. And if you felt that just by me saying that, then I know that this message is for you. But let me continue. So, oh my God, I'm trying to get better with this, guys. I'm sorry. I'm getting chills, and I understand like I have to deliver a message when that happens. If I don't deliver that message, I start feeling sick after. It is so crazy. But when I get into relationships, I always say I've checked into the relationship and out of myself. And by the end of every relationship, I am drained of my complete life force. And this past relationship that I got out of, I realized that I'm not supposed to align with these people. If anything, they are there for a lesson, and then I need to move on. As a Capricorn, it's hard for me to move forward. It is hard for me to move forward. And when I say relationships, to give you context, I have been in three long-term relationships in my life. So too many to somebody maybe, but definitely a serial monogamist over here. So I bring this up to say I've got into relationships with people that I know better. I know not to get in a relationship with. And when I start feeling myself losing me, I almost just self-abandon. I'm like, oh, well, I'm already halfway here. Let me just try to love this person because I don't love myself. With you, so it affects how I carry my weight in the process. Oh my God. I met this girl that I now work with, and we clicked immediately. And we just started talking about this. She started sending me pictures afterward also of every time that she was in a relationship and every time she got out of one. And it was literal day and night. The weight was obvious, but the glow on her face, the sparkle in her eye, I almost want to cry saying this because not gonna break down. Every time I get on live, y'all do it to me. Y'all do it to me. I understand my vulnerability is my superpower though. So when she sent me these pictures, I just felt so emotional because I understood it's never been so bad for me that it became physical until the past relationship that I have pretty recently, like in the past few months, gotten out of. It was a long relationship. And you don't see it happening as it's happening until all of a sudden you look in the mirror one day and you're like, who the fuck is that? Who is this? And then you break down and question when did it start happening? And for me, this is the first time that I'm seeing stress on my face and in my spirit. I looked in the mirror one day and I looked in my eyes and they were like black. It seemed like every conversation that I had with this person afterward just continued to drain me, and I started feeling it. It's one thing to go through it and you're not noticing, you're almost not coherent to it happening. And then once you are, it's like biting the apple. You can't go back. You can't be in La La Land anymore. You can't wear the rose-colored glasses. So I decided that however many months ago, I have to leave. But I didn't. I stayed and I stayed because of fear. And I finally made the decision to leave. And I'm finally starting to feel like myself again. I'm not feeling like an older version of myself or a previous version of myself. I'm feeling like the Summer who's always been here that I abandoned. And one thing that I want to teach people in the future moving forward is how to get out of survival mode. I realize that this sums up everything I'm fucking talking about right now. I could have said this I'm a little annoyed with myself because I could have just said this. I have been in survival mode the majority of my life. From losing weight to like food being the survival mechanism because I'm afraid of being judged. I'm afraid of being ridiculed and bullied and humiliated as a child, to moving forward. And yes, I've been in therapy because there's always that motherfucker in the comments that's quick to tell you you need therapy or you need to talk to somebody. I'm talking to you. If you don't want to listen, go. Send me my invoice. Bye. But survival mode will kill you if you do not get out of it. And I'm currently writing a book, you guys, right now. After I get these nails off, I'm about to get back to typing. And it's about how to get out of survival mode. It is a harsh, and I'm going to read your comments in 1 second. It is a harsh reality check. Harsh reality check. Hard punch to the side of your face when you realize that every single decision that you've made in your life has been based off of survival. Not joy, not happiness, not growth, but what can I do to just keep myself living another day? Hard realization. And the things and the people and the circumstances that you attract when you are in survival mode kill you faster. I've had amazing moments in my life, right? I've had joyous times like anyone else, but the low moments are low. And oh, I'm tripping. I'm like, what's that moving behind me? The back of my head. But sitting with myself and having that real mirror moment and realizing that, girl, you have been in survival mode. Every relationship that you got into was to survive, not because you loved that person, not because you loved yourself. It was to hopefully make it through another day. If I can't afford to be on my own, this person will help me. If I can't afford to sit with my emotions, this person will hold me. If I can't afford to, or if I can't regulate my emotions, this person will validate them, even when they're not right. And having an unhealthy relationship with someone outside of you is a mirror to the relationship that you have with your current self. So I'll pause there while I read. Yes, I'm with you on this. So me and, oh, okay, I read that. How to move forward. The medicine might be to move slowly. Why move back into relationship that mimics the previous failed relationship? Summer, you are so real. We never recognize till we are out of it. However, God will give us the clarity when we are finally ready to understand and gives us the strength to do better. I think, it's true for all human beings that if we do not learn the lesson will be presented on a new paper. If we don't learn the lesson in one relationship, it will dissipate and another one will form. Completely different human, same dynamic. And for me, the majority of the lessons that I have had to learn in life have been presented to me through my most intimate relationships. And at this point now, I'm finally learning to not repeat those same patterns. And those patterns, they don't even feel good anymore. Some things that used to suffice and be like Band-Aids, the wound is just spreading. It's like a gash. A Band-Aid ain't gonna do nothing right now. I'm bleeding out. So in saying that, all of the support is so... Oh, okay, it's a bird. All of the support I'm so grateful for. And it's so easy to be that person, because you'll always have that person that tells you, like, girl, just do this. Putting like emphasis on just. When I hear someone say just do this, in my mind it's easy for you, so go do it. Since it's so easy to you just go do it. And then tell me how to do it and I'll do it. I've realized that in speaking with just human beings in general, you could ask a NASCAR driver how to install a wig, and they'll sit there and try to tell you how to do it, right? Knowing damn well they have no idea. That might not have been the best analogy to use, but people who know nothing about what you're going through or what you need or about your life will always have the answers for you. And you have to be so cautious as to who you take information from, right? When you're meant to, it'll feel right. When you're meant to, it will resonate. But with that being said, I want to start planning out my lives a little better, or so people know when I'm going to be on, so I'm not just like popping up like I did now. I want to start getting on every Sunday, preferably around this time when I'm like planning my week ahead, and just to connect with people throughout the week, check in on my people who are checking in on me, and I'm always grateful for that. So I hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your weekend. I'm about to get to it. These nails, when I am done, girl, I'm about to bring myself back, do my hair, and so I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I love y'all.